Pasuk saying. Yikra Moshe Yeshua. Moshe calls Yeshua. V'yom Elov, and he says to him, Le'inei Chol Yisrael, in the presence of all the Klal Yisrael. It's interesting, the Torah uses the term, it should say Lifnei Bnei Yisrael. Lifnei Yisrael, what's Le'inei Chol Yisrael? I mean, we say Lo Teshmi Gadol Miriya, seeing is believing. Seeing is fact. Before, you may not see. Le'inei Chol Yisrael, it was the presence, it was a level of understanding and clarity, which is nothing compared to. That's why the Torah used the term Einei, before their eyes. What did he say to him? Chazak ve'emotz. Ki ato tovo esa'om hazeh. El oretz hashenish ba'ashem la'avosam los Yisrael. You bring the people to the land which God has promised to their ovos to give to them. V'ata tadchilenu osam, and you will divide it for them. You will assist in their inheritance of the land. So here Rashi, ki ato tovo. He didn't say ato tovi, tovo. Tovo means you will come. Tovi means you will bring. Ari ateul imam hadein, meaning you'll come together with the rest of them. Moshe Amar Yeshua zekenim shebdor yeimoch, meaning you will not be the primary. You'll be the primary, but you will not be the only leader. But there's going to be, it's like you have a triumphant. You have a group of others governing. You have a governing body. You're the head of the governing body. Hakol lefi datav atzosan. Everything is determined based on their position and based on their counsel. You can't make a decision unless it's a joint decision with the Zekanim. You will bring them. You will bring them. Tovi al korchom. You will bring them even against their will. I call totally boch. Everything is dependent upon you. Tol makev hachal kotkotom. Either you have to take a rod and hit them over their heads, their skulls. There's only one leader. There are no two leaders.
So we know all move in that one word, right?
Because first Moshe said Tovo and Hashem said Tovi. Tovo means you will come. You will come with the others.
So how do you know Hashem said Tavi?
No, that's a pasuk later.
Oh.
Later, when Hashem speaks to Yeshua, says Ato Tovi. Tovi means you will bring. You're bringing others. Tovo means you're coming. Coming means you're coming. The others are also coming. That means you're going to be coming together with the elders. They will be the assembly of council. And everything's based on their decision. And you're part of that group. Hashem says no. Daber echad li'om lo shnei daborim li'om. There's only one leader. There's no two leaders.
So Hashem is disagreeing with Moshe.
Disagrees. So the question, why did Moshe? I mean, originally Hashem says to Moshe, Yeshua will be your successor. So why did Moshe think differently than successor? Means just as he was the one, and there were no others other than him in terms of leadership position. Why did Moshe feel that Yeshua was not adequate? Evidently, he felt he wasn't adequate. Right? That's probably what he felt. Therefore, he says, you're just part. You're going to have a council a body to make decisions together with you. But I just want to bring out something else. We had earlier, Hashem said to Moshe, Kach es Aaron. Right? So immediately, throughout the Torah, whenever it says Kach, Kochem b'dvorim, Kocho b'dvorim, persuasion. Because take an inanimate object, you take an unintelligible creature, you don't take. Person comes based on his own volition. He understands, he comes. It means afil bar kocha. I mean, the only way the word kach could be used in either persuasion, I'm so convincing you have no choice, or I force you to come. Right? That's kach. Over here, what's the difference? Tovi. You should bring them. It should say yavo. Tovi means you're bringing them, and that's the connotation. Even if you have to take the rod and hit them over their skulls against their will, that's tovi. You will bring them. Like you bring an object, you bring them. I mean, they're coming. What's bringing? No, bringing means it's irrelevant what they want. You're the leadership, the leader makes the decision. That's the connotation of tavi, rather than similar to the kach. Except here, it's not persuasion. Because how do you persuade a whole nation? The answer is you're in a position of power. Even if you have to force them to come, you will force them.
You said yesterday that Moshe said to Yeshua, ask him anything. I still have the Torah.
All the wellsprings of wisdom are still open.
And he didn't take advantage of it.
Because he felt he did.
Maybe now.
But this was prior.
You need a counsel.
This is prior, but this is prior to this moment. That was prior, seemingly. I think this is it. I mean, the leadership, when it comes to Klal Yisrael, is all based on Siyata Dishmai. You have to merit that special assistance, divine assistance, to lead a people properly, especially Klal Yisrael. You need that. As it said, we're Amkshe Oref. When he originally appointed Yeshua, he says, you realize they're a difficult group, and you have to accept them for what they are. And he had to encourage him, because the schar, the reward for the leaders of Israel, how special it is, because despite the difficulty, they have to lead them. Jews are not easy. Each person has a mind of his own. That's Amkshe Oref. So you'd say Moshe Rabbeinu Moshe, he was the one who merited that divine assistance. Yeshua is only a semblance of his Rebbe, right? Pnei Moshe, Pnei Chama, Pnei Yeshua, Pnei Levana. Moshe is like the sun. Yeshua is compared to the moon. The moon is only a reflection. He's a semblance of his Rebbe. So in terms of leadership, he doesn't have those qualities. But what does it mean? He's not going to merit the full siyata d'shmaya that Moshe merited. So if he's not going to merit the full siyata d'shmaya, so what does he need? He needs an assembly of counsel to advise him. So together, in conjunction with the others, they'll merit that siyata d'shmaya to lead the people correctly. Hashem says, no, you will merit that, because there's one leader, you can have multiple leaders. What? No, but he came. No, but it was based on the pasuk. It says because whatever the Nasi decides, yeah, but that's we're going to Kidsha Chodesh. That's halacha. That's the halacha. That's a decision. That even if they make a mistake, and when the month begins, you still follow that mistake. The mistake is that's the correct date. So it was different over there, because there, whatever he decides, but that's the Rosh, he was the Rosh Sanhedrin. As a leader of Sanhedrin, he had a right to make that decision. No. Here the stick is going on the one who's going to hit the other over the skull. There, that was his walking stick. That was the one who was coming. Okay. I hear somebody coming. Okay. Yeah. Hashem hu aholech lefonecho, hu ye'imoch. Hashem who's going before you, he will be with you. Lo yarchov le'yazveko. He will not let go. He will not abandon you. Lo sir v'lo seichos. Therefore, you have nothing to be fearful and not to feel diminished. V'yichtav Moshe es haTorah zos v'yineh lakohanim b'nei Levi. Anosim saron bris Hashem. Moshe wrote this Torah, and he gave it to the Kohanim, the Bnei Levi, who are the ones who carry our own bris Hashem.
So he began this writing.
The last day of his life, he wrote this. Until then, he wrote 13 Sifrei Torah on the last day of his life.
How is that possible?
It's miraculous. It was a miracle. No, it has a little freshness.
No, but I mean, give us safer.
Put it this way. Why does a person... Wait. Do you know, David HaMelech was able to fathom in Torah in one night what it took another person 100 years to fathom. How's it possible? It was through prophecy. It was communicated to him. How's it possible? As a human being, we have limitation. A person's finite. Out of the physical realm, it's unlimited. It's like the Beis Hamikdash. They stood pressed, but when they had to prostrate themselves, they fully prostrated themselves. How's it possible? Because the Beis Hamikdash, in terms of its context, was a spiritual context. There's no limitation. Moshe Rabbeinu was an unlimited person. And why don't you ask this question? It says when they installed, they initiated the Levium, they waved 22,000 Levium on one day. How do you wave 22,000 people on one day, right? Within 24 hours, even within 24. How is it possible? It's not possible. Physically, how do you're fatigued, you're tired, this. The answers we're talking about, these people are unlimited. So if you're unlimited, even within 24 hours, on one day you could write 13 Sifrei Torah. Day, of course, the same day. There's maybe a question. No, they live within a normal context. There, since before human being was created, maybe you could say. Not over here. This. I just want to do Rashi. I just have difficulty over here. It says over here, he gave it El HaKohanim b'nei Levi, Hanosim es Aaron Bris Hashem. Who carried the Aaron Bris? It wasn't HaKohanim b'nei Levi, right? It was the family of Moshe Rabbeinu. They carried it. They were Levium. They carried that, right? That's which carry on your shoulder. That was not put on the wagons. It says he gave it to Kohanim b'nei Levi, the one Hanosim, those who carry. So you have to say, I mean, it's in 24 locations. Kohanim were classified as Levium. This is one of the psukim. See if a Levi is qualified to take Meiser. If a Kohen wants to take Meiser, he's eligible to take Meiser because the Kohen is also a Levi. But again, who? So you have to say what it means. Like Kohanim, B'nai Levi, the B'nai Levi who are the ones who carry the Bris Hashem, not the Kohanim carried the Bris Hashem. It was given to the Kohanim. Who are the B'nai Levi? Who are the ones who carried, but not that the Kohanim carried, because factually they didn't carry. The B'nai Levi carried the Oron. To be continued.